It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tonight, 120, 54. Switch.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that. Looking for a better play coming up on third. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. A first carry now from Marshawn Lynch. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go with Lynch right side. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
0-0-0.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike check 33. Go. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike. Off. Gun. Breathe. Play that time, D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is caught and complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Out. 49.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 6.
Front left. Mike check 33.
To throw on second and 6. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third and 1, Wilson gets it to Gordon. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he's able to pick up the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Got it. Hey, alert. One left.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20. At the 19.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
The ball carrier. Aaron Donald on the stop.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Watch the shit. Hey,
36 power.
shit. Watch ball.
Good guys, 4 down, 4 down.
33. Bring it. Bring it. Mike check 33. 33.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let flow, let flow, let flow. Mike, get down.
Protein spill.
Now it's Gurley.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Seahawks 16-yard line.
My 20.
Check,
4 down.
Oh, you get ahead.
Hey, kill.
What here? No. Slam.
Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check, check. Check. Check 24. Check 24. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Ric Flair. Go.
Just beating the play clock is gone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. Something that's safe is something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They go play action with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is caught by C.J. Procise. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Watch the safety trip.
Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Go.
Motion. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Mike, check 33.
Gun.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
From the gun, Wilson forced out to his left. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Cut. 180.
54 miles.
Value 3. Bravo.
54.
Now on 2nd and 16. Goff dancing to his left. Oh, wide open, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check out read.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on second down. Goff. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, exit.
A shotgun snap for gone. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, hold on. Check. Shift. Bang.
After the sack on first down, Goff. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they'd have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
Now it's Lockett.
That's it, buddy. We got to work.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
24 is the mic. All day, dog.
Wilson wants to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown run. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try to...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.